Okay, welcome back. Today I want to talk about creativity and in particular idea generation. It doesn't really matter what business you're in, what role you've got. Ideas are currency. Now, a lot of the time with my clients, they struggle to come up with ideas, in particular for social media, for content, marketing, things like that. If that's you, you're in the right place. We're going to fix that for you today. But actually, it doesn't matter what space you're in, what business you're in, ideas matter. And if you want to be more effective at generating ideas on demand, again, we're going to fix that for you today. There are a few tricks to helping you cultivate your idea generation muscle. What I want to help you get past is the whole problem of the blank sheet of paper. If I say to you today, give me 5 great ideas for X, most people, if they haven't generated or built the idea generation muscle, they'll struggle. They'll be like a rabbit in the headlights. They don't know where to go with this. So this is what we're going to fix today. So the first trick, they're all tricks, essentially, is I want to teach you. And I'm going to explain how this works at the hand of this idea. What I'm going to call 10 ideas a day. This is a technique developed by James Altucher in his book Choose Yourself, which is a fantastic book. The 10 ideas a day tactic works like this. The first thing is that you have a notebook that's just for writing down 10 ideas every day. Now, the important thing is that this book is just used for the 10 ideas a day, nothing else. The second thing is that these ideas are not important. In fact, the ideas themselves are irrelevant. Here's a good example. Let's say we take an AirPod. 10 ideas for places you could leave your iPods and not forget about them. So that might be, I'm going to put them on the bathroom shelf. I'm going to put them in my pocket. I'm going to put them on my desk. I'm going to put them in a glass. Obviously not full. I'm going to leave them on a post-it note. Very quickly you'll come up with 10 ideas of things that aren't important. The next day it might be 10 ideas for things you could put in a sandwich. The next day it might be 10 ideas for places you could go for a walk that you haven't been before. What this is essentially doing is 2 things. Number 1, it's getting you in the habit of generating ideas, which is great. Number 2, it's sending an important signal to your unconscious that you value ideas. The fact that you're writing down ideas in a book and that book's sole purpose is for you to capture ideas is telling your unconscious brain something really important that it didn't know before. You value ideas. Now what's going to happen is you sent these signals to the unconscious brain whose only job is to make your job easier, that you value ideas. So very quickly, you'll start generating ideas when they matter. You'll find yourself suddenly more creative than you were before. That you can generate ideas on demand that aren't garbage, trivial, silly ideas. These notebook ideas are. But when you need good ideas, your unconscious is there and it's ready for you and it starts feeding you good ideas. So that's tactic number 1, 10 ideas a day, notebook. As simple as that. The next thing is I want you to understand that ideas need a home. We've spoken about silly, trivial ideas in this exercise, but what I want you to understand is for the big ideas, you need to treat them like a sculpture. Number 1, they need a space. So that might be a whiteboard, that might be a flip chart. It doesn't really matter, but you need to give ideas, particularly big ideas, a physical space. Physical space, not digital space. And there's an important reason for this. If you walk into any art student's room and their workspace, you'll find there are post-it notes everywhere, there are sketches, there are drawings. No masterpiece suddenly came into life. It started with a little idea. Then next time you walk past, that idea grows into something else. Because it exists in physical space, you see it from time to time, it triggers other ideas. Slowly over time, this big idea fleshes out and comes to life in space. This brings me to the next thing, is that big ideas take time. So don't expect to be able to come up with that big book idea, that big merger plan, that big idea for whatever it is that matters to you. Big ideas take time. Now, you'll recognize this. You'll come up with an idea and you think, oh wow, this is fantastic, but it's not finished. But if you don't capture it and put it somewhere, ideally somewhere you'll pass again and again, very quickly it's gone. But if you take that idea and you put it somewhere, like on a wall, the next time you pass, the idea has changed. Your unconscious has been allowed to work on it, and you can adapt that idea, you can adjust it, and then over time that idea grows and it refines and it becomes something wonderful. This is how sculpture happens. Sculpture takes weeks, months, years sometimes to go from a sketch to a masterpiece. But if you don't start with the first chips, walk away, come back, it never becomes a fully formed thing. So great ideas take time. The most important thing is that you make ideas important. You need to tell your unconscious brain that you're somebody who values ideas. So you need to capture them. When you get them, you need to put them somewhere. The best way I can illustrate this is if you ask most people, what did you dream about last night? They won't remember. They might have a flash here and now and then. But as soon as you ask anybody, and I'll set you this challenge if you want any evidence that this is true, keep a dream journal. Very briefly write down, just in a bullet list, what did you dream about last night? Do this for 2 or 3 days. That's all it's going to take. And your unconscious brain is going to realize, aha, they want to know what they dreamt about because it's important to them. And suddenly you'll start remembering not just one dream a night, but potentially 2 or 3, 5 dreams every night in technicolor detail. I don't care who you are, if you keep a dream journal, your unconscious brain will start feeding you your dreams and you'll remember them in incredible detail, in short order, very, very quickly. Hopefully that will convince you that everything else I've talked about in this video is absolutely true. You need to tell your unconscious that you value ideas. Don't just tell it, prove it by capturing them. If it's a big idea, give big ideas space and give big ideas time. Treat them like a sculpture. So I hope you found that helpful. Everybody can be creative, you can be creative. It just needs a little bit of discipline and a little bit of routine. And very quickly, you'll be the most creative and imaginative person you know. Guaranteed. So my name is Bob Gentle. I hope you found this helpful. If you have, then consider giving this video a thumbs up and also consider subscribing, because if this video mattered to you, I do this a lot. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you next time.